Today I'm going to be talking about Pablo Picasso's Guernica. I was specifically drawn to this painting because of the value and meaning that it holds, since it was an anti-war painting. Pablo Picasso was born on October 25th, 1881. He was a Spanish painter, sculptor, printmaker, ceramist, and theater designer and is one of the world's most famous artists. He was also heavily influenced by Cubism, which is the style of art that shows all the possible viewpoints of an artwork all at the same time, and because the artworks usually look like they are made out of cubes. He was also influenced by art styles like Surrealism, which explore the unconscious mind and enters a world of dream and fantasy. Picasso has had many different art styles that he's included in his art career. Other than Cubism and Surrealism, his art styles have consisted of also analytical Cubism, Post-Impressionism, Picasso's Blue Period, his Rose Period, modern art, modernism, synthetic Cubism, symbolism, and Picasso's African period. Picasso's mural Guernica is an oil painting that was done on a large canvas, which is one of his most famous paintings that he had ever created. Guernica portrays the suffering of people and animals because of the chaos and violence that was brought from the bombing of Guernica during the Spanish Civil War. It was a very powerful political statement, and it was a direct response to the bombing of Guernica and shows the tragedies of war. He really shows the suffering by including many figures in the painting that are suffering each in their own ways. It took Pablo Picasso about 3 weeks to complete this famous painting in 1937, but it makes sense because it stands at about 11 feet 5 inches tall. As you can see in the painting, Picasso only used three colors. He used gray, black, and white. The reason why he used these rather dual colors is because he wanted to create a sort of somber mood. The images that you see here, or the figures that you see, are things such as the woman holding the dead child in her arms, the horse falling in agony, a dead soldier laying on the floor. He really focused on his political imagery and the overall theme and the meaning of the painting. Symbolism was also something that he had focused on in the painting, such as the inclusion of the horse and the bull, because Picasso was known to use these two animals throughout the course of his career, but in this specific painting, he wanted to use these two figures to create a rather sad and tragic mood. The inclusion of the warrior laying on the ground was something that he wanted to add because he really wanted to show the tragedies of war. Now, usually when you think of a warrior, you think of somebody that's brave and patriotic, but for Picasso, he wanted him to look lifeless and broken because this is what the true meaning of war is. Picasso passed away at the age of 91, but he spent most of his life dedicating himself to creating many different artworks such as this one. He was known to be one of the most influential artists of the 20th century. He explored a variety of different art styles that allowed himself to grow and improve his artwork and style. He was extraordinary, and his artistic talent that he demonstrated on many artworks that he produced will live forever, for many generations to come, and his influence on other artists do not go unnoticed.